This is my top 10 most anticipated comics for September 21st, 2022. Guys, I'm Mike Spider Slayer. Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. Guys, it's never too early to start that pull list for next week, and hopefully this list helps you make decisions on what comic books to buy. But don't forget, guys, after number one, we are not done, as I have my noteworthy comics to discuss as well. So let's kick off this list with the hot seat. And the hot seat book goes to X-Terminators issue 1. Now, I have not been a fan of the X books as of late, but I always do give them a try. And this one has to do with Jubilee, Boom Boom, and Dazzler. And it looks like these girls are going to be kidnapped. They're going to go through elaborate traps and all kinds of crazy stuff. So I don't know what's going to happen here. This book is done by Leah Williams and Carlos Gomez. So yeah, I'll give it a try. I love the characters. We'll see what the book has to offer. If you're looking to purchase it, it's 36 pages and this one is $5. Next, we move on to the book that's on the rise, and this is a good X-Men book, and this is X-Men Legends issue 2. This is Wolverine versus the X-Men. Issue 1 was a great issue as it had Wolverine fighting the Hulk. It was like in between issues 181 and 182, and this story does take place between 181 and Giant Size X-Men. So this is when Wolverine actually meets his fellow mutants for the first time, and obviously they're not friends. So I like this book. I feel like everyone else liked it as well, so you might want to check this out. I don't know if you can find issue 1 still on the racks, but if you can, I definitely recommend it. Maybe you can find it online. It's definitely worth the read and the money. It's 28 pages, and this one is $4. Now we enter the top 10, and number 10 goes to Edge of Spider-Verse issue 4. As we continue to get introduced to more Spider-Verse characters, we get Spider-Ham, which we've known for a long time. We get the Spider-Mobile, which we've known for a long time. Sun Spider, Spintress. You know the first two, but you may not remember the amazing Sun Spider, who debuted in 2020's Spider-Verse miniseries as a winner of the Spider-Sona contest. She gets her own story here, and Spinstress is a brand new Spider Princess who sings, talks to spiders, and kicks villainous butt. And the writers of the Broadway smash hit Come From Away are bringing her in for the landing. So I don't know what to expect. We're getting some crazy spider characters. Obviously, as a Spider-Man fan, I collect pretty much everything that comes out when it comes to Spider-Man. So we'll see what this one has to offer. It's 44 pages, and this one is $5. Coming in at number 9, and this book may surprise you that's a little bit lower, but there are some really great comic books, I think, coming out this week, and this is a really good story. Gun Honey Blood for Blood issue 2. This first issue was actually really good. Now, there are some little risque things that happen in this comic book, or risque covers, but don't let that fool you to be just a TNA book where they're just trying to sell it for that. It's actually a decent story. Our main character, Pamela Tan, is an arms specialist. She's hired to put guns in certain places. She's turned a corner. She works for the United States government now, and now she's being framed for murder, and people are after her. The artwork is absolutely gorgeous. I quite enjoy it. I definitely recommend it. 32 pages, and this is $4. Coming in at number 8 now, we have Radiant Black issue 18. So this book is quite interesting as we're still getting introduced to what's going on in the Radiant universe when it comes to Radiant Yellow. We're going to get a backstory of him, and now we're still getting stories when it comes to the main characters here on who's going to be the Radiant Black. Is it going to be Marshall, or is it going to be Nathan? Well, based off of the last issue here, they're going to be splitting the power. Now they're both Radiant Black. So who's going to be the dominant Radiant Black? Are they going to work 50-50, or is one going to be jealous of the other? That's what's going to be an interesting story here. This is definitely a book that I've always recommended from the very start. It's a very interesting story. It's in Image's superhero universe, and I want to know more about Radiant Yellow as well, which will, like I said, we'll get that here. This is 32 pages, and this is $4. All right. Coming in at number 7, we have Iron Cat issue 4. Definitely an underrated series. I always said if you like Black Cat and if you love Iron Man, Tony Stark, this is the best Iron Man book out right now. The team up between these two are excellent. I love the character interaction between these two. I love Black Cat's story here as well. So we talk about, you know, bisexual characters and things like that in comic books, and how there's this forced agenda out there where we got to blurt it out. Well, this book does it really organically about Felicia, how she's actually bi, and I really appreciated that. They really don't force it upon you. It's just these two that had a relationship in the past, and they're trying to sort things out, and it's a really good story, man. I know it's underrated. It's got great artwork. It's the artist from Spider-Woman, the last volume. I definitely recommend this one. Like I said, I know not a lot of people are reading it, but it is awesome. Jed MacKay does a wonderful job at giving Felicia new layers besides her just being a love interest of Peter Parker and a cat burglar. 28 pages, $4. Coming in at number 6, we have Rogues Gallery issue 3. This book is so good. It's very meta, as we get a character by the name of Macy that has played the Red Rogue, and everyone loved her, and then eventually she winds up quitting the acting gig. She can't take the pressures of being an actress anymore. It's taken a toll on her life, her relationship at home, and things like that. And fans take it way too seriously, and now fans have actually gone into her house, break into her house, and she's got to confront everything. And you've gotten to see both sides of the story, the fans and the actress here, and now they're gonna meet in the middle. It's such a good story, and I love seeing the actress's point of view on how she was a huge comic fan herself, as she has the first issue of Red Rogue, and how she was such a fan before she became an actress. And I feel bad for her that she's gonna be insulted by these fans. So we'll see what happens. Great book, 24 pages, $4. Coming in at number 5, this is a pretty highly anticipated book from Donny Cates. This is Vanish issue 1. This is a book that I think we've learned about quite a while ago. It's published by Image Comics, and the main character here is named Oliver Harrison, who is an adult who leads an average cookie cutter life, but he has been having issues. He's mentally unstable, he's paranoid, he smokes like crazy, and he blacks out, and this all has to do with whatever's happening, you know, in his life of maybe being a superhero or supervillain. Like, I don't even know the outcome of this story. All as I know is that this is a Donny Cates story. It's drawn by Ryan Stegman. These two are great with each other. I can't wait to read this one. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed here. If you're a fan of Donny Cates, you're probably going to like this book. 40 pages, guys. $3.99. All right, moving on to number 4 here. We have DCeased War of the Undead Gods. This is issue 1. The undead Darkseid begins his assault on the galaxy, attacking Kurgor first. Could the fate of the planet depend on the Yellow Lantern Corps teaming up with Green Lanterns? Man, that is pretty freaking awesome. So we got Sinestro's home planet being attacked, and if the Yellow Lanterns have to team up with the Green Lanterns, that's going to be great. I am so happy this series has come back. The first issue started off as everything seemed fine, right? We found a cure, we got Superman back, and now all of a sudden the gods got infected, and it's going to be one hell of a ride. Tom Taylor writes a great Elseworld book, 32 pages, $4. All right, moving on to the top 3. We have Barbaric Book 2, Axe to the Grind, Issue 2. Issue 1 was absolutely phenomenal. Love the humor in the book. The character interactions in the book were great. We get to learn a little bit more about the characters, and now they go on to this adventure against an arch nemesis from the past. And now, while they were going on this adventure in the sea on this boat, it was destroyed by this giant squid-like monster, and everyone was about to get eaten up. I love the vulgar display on this book. I love the cursing in this book. It's just great, man. It's like an X-rated Thor, or maybe I should say R-rated Thor type of character. It's so much fun. I definitely recommend this book, guys. 32 pages, $5. Coming in at number 2, might be a little bit surprised on this one that it's not number 1. This one goes to Gunslinger Spawn. This is issue 12. An army has been on Gunslinger's mind for a while now. He thought she was lost forever, but now he has a plan to save her, and it might mean making the ultimate sacrifice. This book is so good. Brett Booth artwork is top-notch, A+ art. And in the last issue, you got to see Gunslinger do battle against this new villain, and this dude ripped off Gunslinger's head. So good, man. So good. And I can't wait to see what happens, because he's trying to avenge his sister's death and get back to his time. This book has gone full circle where he's met up with his human friend that is kind of showing him the ropes as well. This book is a book where you can read that you don't have to follow the Spawn universe. You can get the gist of what's going on by reading it from issue 1. Love this book. One of my favorite books of the year. One of my favorite characters. Todd McFarlane hit it out of the park when it comes to Gunslinger. 24 pages, and the price is right at $3. So coming in at number 1, and I feel right now this book is untouchable. This is Mark Waid's Batman Superman World's Finest, issue 7. Best DC book in my opinion besides Batman right now. And this is the start of a new story arc. The untold story of Superman's short-lived sidekick is at last revealed. But what secret connection to one of DC's most timeless tales does this story foreshadow? Only time will tell. That's the clue, guys. The next epic arc in World's Finest saga begins here, introducing Boy Thunder. So who is this character? I have no idea. If you know, let me know in the comments below. Can't wait for this book. 32 pages, $4. All right, guys. So now we move on to the Noteworthy comics. This is the section now where it did not make my top 10, but these are books that you might be interested in, and I might still buy as well. First one goes to Tom Taylor's Nightwing, issue 96. It's not my top 10 anymore because I feel like it needs more story progression, but still a really good book. Next, we have Flash, issue 786. A lot of people are enjoying The Flash. I feel like you should know when this book is actually coming out. Next, we have Catwoman, issue 47. Don't read the book, but it always has pretty covers, and there's some gorgeous ones on this one, so stay tuned for that. Last but not least, from DC, we have Dark Crisis, Young Justice versus Everyone, issue 4 of 6, as it ties into that event. Now we move on to Marvel, as we have Strange, issue 6, if you are enjoying Clea's story. If you like Carnage, we have Carnage, issue 6, which has actually been a really good book. The last 2 issues, though, have fallen off for me, so hopefully it can pick up again. Love this main cover. Judgment Day stuff. We have Avengers, issue 60, as it ties into the event. Fantastic Four, Axe Judgment Day, issue 1. Then we have Judgment Day, the main series, issue 5. And then we go on to some independent books. We have R.L. Stein's Stuff of Nightmares, issue 1. From Skybound, if you continue to like the horror books, we have Creepshow, issue 1, going back to the old Creepshow days. And then we have, from Scout Comics, we have She Bites, issue 2. Enjoyed issue 1. It was a quick read. Looking forward to seeing how this story continues. And if you're still reading Berserker from Boom Studios, we are on issue 10 on that series. So there you guys have it. There are my top 10 most anticipated and noteworthy comics. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to hearing what you're most excited about in the comments below. So if you love my content, I'll leave you more content right here. This is my top 10 comic book covers of the week, where you can click on and vote for your favorite one of the week. And guys, as always, remember, keep buying, keep collecting, but always remember, please read your comics. Guys, thank you so much. I'll see you real soon. Bye.